Here they come, 184 of them. It's the start of the Boston Marathon, 26 miles and 385 yards. Gosh, I'd be out of business just running the yards. Somewhere in that crowd is a man who has run this race every year for 19 years. Auto fumes almost stopped him once, but he stuck to it gamely. Here he is. Doesn't even look as if he's warmed up yet. And now the finish. Brother Legionnaires from the Melrose Post drape the flags over him. Governor Allen
Clarence DeMar was a U.S. marathoner and bronze medalist at the 1924 Paris Olympics. He was the winner of 7 Boston Marathons, including the 1928 Boston Marathon, which qualified him to run in the Amsterdam Olympics in 1928. He also won the 1930 Boston Marathon. Running with Clarence DeMar in that Boston Marathon of 1930 was Silas McLellan of Noel Shore, Nova Scotia, who would finish in 9th place on that day. Clarence and Silas knew each other well as they had battled each other during the Olympics 2 years earlier in Amsterdam. Silas McLellan loved to run. His home overlooked the Noel Bay. As a child, he would run to the one-room schoolhouse in the village in the morning, a 2-mile trek, and after school would run home. He preferred to run in his bare feet. As an adult, Silas devoted himself to sheep farming and running. When in training, he maintained himself on a diet of peanut butter, ice cream, and pears. The locals would remark that a man who ate as many pears as Silas would have to run. He never had a sponsor, never had a trainer. During the off-season, he would keep himself in shape by chasing sheep. His sheep or his neighbor's sheep if the neighbor's sheepdog was not up to the task. He would keep his trophies on the kitchen window facing the road that could be seen by neighbors passing by. Silas began to run marathons in 1923. His first marathon was the Halifax Herald, a modified marathon. He finished 3rd. Silas was soon recognized nationally as a marathoner of note, and in 1928, Silas was selected to represent Canada at the 1928 Amsterdam Olympics. The Amsterdam Olympics of 1928 were held in an atmosphere of peace and harmony that had preceded 20 years of economic uncertainty and war. Perhaps the Games were best exemplified by the experience of Australian rower Henry Pearce. Midway through his quarter-final race, he stopped rowing to allow a family of ducks to pass single file in front of his boat. Pearce won the race anyway, and later, the gold medal as well. For the first time, the Parade of Nations started with Greece, which holds the origins of the Olympics, and ended with the host country, a tradition which continues to today. For the first time, the Olympic flame was lit during the Olympics. The torch relay, however, would not occur until the 1936 Summer Olympics in Munich. The star of the 1928 Games was Johnny Weissmuller. Weissmuller was the winner of the 100-meter freestyle in 1924 and 1928, and a member of the winning 4x200 relay team in both years. He also won a bronze medal in the 1924 water polo competition at the Olympics. Weissmuller set 28 world records and Such was his margin of superiority over his contemporaries that many authorities still rate him ahead of Mark Spitz as the greatest swimmer of all time. After the Olympics, Weissmuller went to Hollywood, although not the first Tarzan in movies. He was the first to be associated with the now traditional yodeling Tarzan yell. Canada's star at the 1928 Games was Percy Williams. Born in Vancouver, British Columbia, Williams surprised many, himself the most, when he won the Canadian trials and was sent out to the 1928 Olympics in Amsterdam at age 20. To his surprise, he found out that he could easily advance to the final of the 100-meter event. A good start in the final gave Williams the early advantage to win the race. He repeated his performance in the 200-meter to come home with 2 gold medals, cheered by thousands of enthusiastic Canadians. The Amsterdam Games marked the first time women were given the status of official Olympic competitors. Canada's female star was Fanny Rosenfeld. Fanny was a member of the Canadian women's track and field team competing at the 28 Olympics. Fanny was chosen to compete in both the 100-yard dash and the discus, but when both were scheduled for the same day, she entered only the 100-yard event. It took 4 attempts to get the race underway. After the Canadian favorite, Myrtle Cook, and another competitor were disqualified for false starts. When the race was finally run, the American entry, Betty Robinson, led until the middle of the race when Fanny closed the gap. At the end, it was not clear which of the two had won. The judges for both first and second place finish chose the American contestant, and 2 other judges contended that the American had broken the tape with her arms, not her body. Despite an official protest, Betty Robinson was declared the winner, and the silver medal went to Fanny. The marathon race in Amsterdam was held on Sunday, August 5, 1928. A total of 57 athletes competed in the race. There were 69 competitors from 23 countries. 12 of them did not finish. The gold medalist was a Frenchman from Algeria named Boukhira El Ovif. Boukhira ran behind the leaders for the first 3/4 of the race, overtaking them some 5 kilometers before the end. He was never caught by any of the other runners and finished first, 26 seconds ahead of the second place runner from Chile. After his surprise victory, El Ovif toured the United States. However, the money he earned with this trip disqualified him as an amateur, causing him to leave the sport, and he opened a cafe in Paris. Silas, the runner from Noel, and Clarence DeMar, the 7-time winner of the Boston Marathon, would battle each other throughout this race. DeMar would later complain that his running was hindered by the cool temperatures of that day. On that day, Silas finished 26th, 17 minutes behind the winner. Clarence would finish 27th, 69 seconds behind Silas. Silas ran his last race at the age of 48 and became an original inductee into the Nova Scotia Sports Hall of Fame. He never married and tended to a sheep until his death.